Well, hello guys. Welcome back. First off, if you're in the path of Hurricane Michael, you are in our thoughts and prayers. We do have a candle lit. I know a lot of storms are going on all over the world all the time, but we are in our thoughts and prayers. Um, and that brought up the point of Loki is always with us. As bad as things can get, this is a Cat 5 hurricane. It's nothing to fool around with. Loki will still be with us. We all kind of want to live in a Hallmark fantasy world where if Hallmark was tasteless enough to make a movie about this, your house would be gone and you would end up in a mansion with the rich uncle you never knew and be driving a Ferrari because that's Hallmark's, kind of fantasy world that they live in. Loki lives in reality world. Loki's like, yeah, you might lose the house and end up in a FEMA trailer. I'm sorry about this, but at least you have a place to live and food to eat. Now shut up. That doesn't sound like the most caring response from a god, but is kind of the response we'll get from Loki. He loves us, but he wants us to live in the actual reality of this world. So, even if we lose everything, he will get us to shelter, he will get food inside of us, but it might not be in the grand style we expect or hope for. Those movies are kind of entertaining, but at the same time, they set up these totally unrealistic expectations of life where, oh, if I lose everything, I'm going to move into a mansion. It's okay. Maybe it happens one time in a million, but usually not. So, don't think that if, the worst comes to worst and you lose everything in a storm or, just in life, like you lose everything. It's not that Loki doesn't love you, that you don't end up in a penthouse the next day. It's not from lack of love if you have to live in a shelter for a while or you have to start over with absolutely nothing. That's not lack of love on the god's part. Right now we're all going through hard times and it can be hard to face reality sometimes. We all want to kind of bury our head in the sand and go, oh, this hurricane's not happening. There's no Cat 5 hurricane. Yeah, there is. It's happening. We don't like it, but it's happening. And Loki will be with us, and he's a practical god. And all the Norse gods will be with us, not just Loki. Kind of imagine a shield wall around you. And it kind of weirdly for me answered a question of, why did I keep making this poor decision? Why did I keep going towards something that was obviously bad for me? Humans have something inside us sometimes that we do the absolutely wrong thing. As this storm's, approaching the coast, there are people going on the beach and looking at the storm. There are people driving even though it's past the point where it's safe to drive on the roads. Now, maybe these people were trying to evacuate, and that's fine, but it was such a blatant disregard as they're trying to cover the storm. There's just car after car after car passing. So hopefully those were late evacuees and those weren't just people going on, walkabout to look at the storm because this is not funny. And sometimes we do come to those points in our lives where everything is gone and we're like, now what? Loki will replace things. It will take time though. It will take time. It won't be overnight. And I got a fine lecture last night because of my irresponsible behavior, and I got a fine lecture this morning, which I deserve. But he's also letting off the lecture because he's like, right now, I need you to be lighting candles and thinking of people other than yourself, and, making sure that you have these people in your thoughts and prayers. And he will do everything he can to protect his own. Any god worth serving is doing everything they can to protect their own. So no matter who you serve, know that they'll be with you and know that they'll protect you. But also please use common sense. If you still have evacuation window, please evacuate. If you don't, please hunker down. If you can get to a shelter safely, please, get to a shelter. I went through that bad storm about a week or so ago. Your property's not worth anything if you're not there to enjoy it. So don't worry about your property. Don't worry about where am I going to live, where am I going. There will be people to help after the disaster. I know that's not comforting and roses and me saying everything will be okay, but unfortunately Loki's a realist. So if you do lose everything, just, know that it's going to be okay. I know it's scary. But, people donate to the Red Cross and everything for a reason. There is help out there. Keep walking up to people until you get the help you need. You will get help. You will get through this. As scary as this is, Cat 5 is pretty serious. You will get help. Just, please don't put yourself in harm's way. Don't put other people in harm's way. You guys are way too smart for that. But for any casuals, please do not put yourself or other people in harm's way. Remember that, property and things can be replaced. A home can be replaced. Even if you replace the home you're in now with like a teeny tiny shelter, is still be replaced. You will still be alive. You will still have potential to go out and do things. You will still be able to enjoy the good things in life. So please, do not put yourself in harm's way just to stay with your property. If Loki's taught me anything, it's that everything's temporary. We think we're going to have our homes forever. We think we're going to have our jobs forever. We think everything's going to be the way it is forever, and everything's constantly in flux. Everything's constantly in a state of change. So, please keep yourselves safe, guys. This is not a storm to fool around with. And if you're going through a rough time in your life, please know that Loki's with you. Your God is with you. Our gods love us. Our gods don't always give us a Hallmark ending, because a Hallmark ending does not exist in reality, usually. There might be a 1 in a million time where it does exist, but usually doesn't exist. But that does not mean that our gods don't love us. It just means that they give us the best possible things that they can. And that doesn't mean that our gods are weak, because, we lost our home and we end up having to live in a shelter for a year or so. That means they got us to some place, that we could live and eat and try to rebuild our lives from. That's pretty much a miracle, especially in this day and age. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe. You will be in our thoughts and prayers. We cannot currently watch storm coverage because they're covering the White House, where the Pat the Bunny version of a storm is going on, complete with pictures. So, if he's your favorite president of all time, I'm not trying to make fun, but I'm just like, please. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe. Please be safe, and Godspeed. We'll see you guys later. Bye bye.